Free socks.
You're listening to The Chris Carlisle Show, hosted by me, Chris Carlisle. And you're listening to episode 46 of The Chris Carlisle Show with me, Chris Carlisle. And coming up, I'll tell you about going to Seattle last week, and plus news, birthdays, horoscopes, what's on TV, and book report. Alright, the Rosebud Lot chapter of the Future Farmers of America, or FFA, went to the FFA State Convention in the Dallas-Fort Worth area last week. While they were there, they went to the historic Forest Stockyards and also went to a Mike Ryan concert. The Salado Legends will be Saturday from 8 p.m. to 10:30 at the Table Rock Amphitheater in Salado, and another performance, I think, next Saturday as well. The exhibit, Baseball in the Barrios and the Big Leagues, in Los Baseballs y los Grandes Ligas, is on display at the Temple World Heritage Museum from now until October 9th. Now look at birthdays.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
following Facebook friends have birthdays this coming week. They are Whitney, Whistler, and Paul. Celebrity birthdays are country singer T.G. Shepherd, singer Kim Carnes, Betty Davis Eyes, guitarist Carlos Santana, dancer Julianne Hough from Dancing with the Stars, actress Ellie Landry, actor Josh Hartnett, actor Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon, actor Willem Dafoe, actress Selena Gomez, actor Woody Harrelson from Cheers, comedian Marlon Wayans, and Harry Potter himself, actor Daniel Radcliffe. Okay, here's what's on TV on Wednesday. The season premiere of Grownish at 10/9 Central on Freeform. The 2022 ESPYs on Capital One presented on the ABC, presented by Capital One. That is. Rehab Addict Lake House Rescue, a new series premiering at 8/7 Central on HGTV, and another new series, Animals Decoded, premiering at 8/7 Central on the Smithsonian Channel. Then on Thursday, it's the season finale of Heartland, 8/7 Central on Up TV, and the season finale of The Old Man at 10/9 Central on FX. On Friday, it's the season premiere of Secret Celebrity Renovation, 8/7 Central on CBS. Then it's the season premiere of Caesar Milan, Better Human, Better Dog, at 9/8 Central on the National Geographic Channel. And on Saturday, it's the movie premiere of Babe's Christmas in Toyland, 8/7 Central on the Hallmark Channel. On Sunday, it's WWE Rivals at 10/9 Central on A&E. It's the featuring The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. And finally, it's on HGTV, the season premiere of Ugliest House in America. Coming up, a look at horoscopes. Alright, now look at horoscopes for Aries. 2 essential ingredients to making an event special: a sense of anticipation leading up to the event, and an offering to be made there. It doesn't have to be wrapped. Showing up in a fabulous mood is an offering too. Taurus. Being sadly uncomfortable with all the effort that goes into today is an excellent omen for you. Totally brings zero satisfaction in the end. You'll be proud of your hard work and you'll apply what you learned elsewhere. A Gemini. People let you know that what they like about what you're doing, helping you identify the overlap between what you want to do and what people want from you. Cancer. Love is an obstacle course. You'll tunnel under the walls and scale over the barriers to emotional intimacy. Leo. You'll cleverly get to know someone by posing broad, lighthearted topics for conversational fodder. What you learn will be more revealing than information one might get by asking a direct question. Virgo. What you did in the past may not have felt great to you even back then, but it was the best you could thank to. The mixed feelings haven't gone away. Now it's time to look forward. Libra. Organized and practical, you'll prevent problems by thinking ahead and preparing for all kinds of possible scenarios. Scorpio, which is my sign, not that I care. People forget the details of an experience, but remember the emotion of it. You'll keep this in mind as you strive to make the interaction smooth with special attention so everyone seems to feel in the process. Sagittarius. You're creatively vibrant, though you appear to be standing in a disaster zone. Turning it down comes first. Improvement comes with the willingness to deconstruct and reconstruct, take things up and turn things around. Capricorn. Asking too many questions is not advised, nor is pushing everyone beyond their comfort zone. Emotions will be expressed when they are ready. In the meantime, you'll read the signals quite accurately. Aquarius. The project you put so much time and thought into is becoming something that only you can finish. Since it wouldn't make sense to compromise your vision at this late date, collaboration is ill-advised. And Pisces. Maybe you can't avoid heartache altogether, but you've learned to look out for certain signs and you need them now. Red flags of emotional pain. Flap obviously give you time to steer in a different direction. Next, look at what's on TV. messed up. I said what's on TV, and I already said it was on TV. Anyway, it's now time for book report, and this week's book is called Second Nature, the story of Ric Flair and the Rise of Charlotte, about pro wrestler Ric Flair and his daughter Charlotte Flair. The book came out in around 2016, right around the time of WrestleMania 32. It talks about Ric's last match in WWE. He does have one more match coming up next weekend, I think. And his induction into the Hall of Fame, match at WrestleMania against Shawn Michaels. And what happened afterwards, the breakup of his third marriage. Charlotte talks about growing up the daughter of Ric Flair, her parents divorced, playing volleyball in school, in both high school and college, dealing with abusive relationship and all that. She recently got married again, and her husband's going to be Ric's tag team partner in his last match. And also talks about the death of Reid Flair, Ric's youngest son, and also about Charlotte starting her own career in NXT and moving on to the main roster as part of the women's evolution, along with Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, Bayley, and a few others. Now, coming up, I'll tell you about my trip to Seattle. Alright, a little bit of jazz for you. That tune is called Foggy Sunday. Well, last Friday I flew for the first time in my life. I flew to Seattle for my nephew's wedding. It's my sister's younger son. He's in the Army and is stationed up there at Fort Lewis up around Seattle. We flew out of Austin on American Airlines. In fact, the flight was delayed. We were supposed to have left around 10 in the morning, but my sister called me around between 7:30 and 8 saying that that flight had been canceled and had been rescheduled for about 15 or 2 in the afternoon. So we drove over to the airport in Austin, at Bergstrom, and we got on the flight from Austin to Los Angeles. And that flight was also delayed by about 10 minutes. We left Austin around, let's say, about 10 minutes later than we were supposed to. And we got to LAX around 3:30 Pacific time. Put my phone on airplane mode and couldn't connect the Wi-Fi on the flight. So my whole flight, my phone and watch were on Central Time. It didn't switch to Pacific Time until I got to LA. In fact, my watch never switched back. Stayed on Central the whole time. Anyway, when we got to Los Angeles, we found out that we had been moved to another flight from American than we were supposed to have been on. So we ended up getting bumped from American onto Alaska Air, and we got to Seattle. We left around LA around 4, I guess, something like that. Maybe later or maybe earlier. And we got to Seattle around 6 o'clock local time. And we got there in time to go over to where they were having the rehearsal dinner for the wedding. And it was at a friend of my nephew's in-laws. And we had a pizza. And when we went and checked into the hotel, we stayed at Comfort Inn Suites Pacific in Auburn, Washington. The next morning, we went to Saturday, that is. We went to downtown Seattle, and we went to the Pike's Place Market, where they have all kinds of seafood shops. Even one shop stand where they throw a fish around, big fish. And they had like little eating places. There's some souvenir shops where I got myself a Seattle cap and a Seattle t-shirt that I'm wearing right now as I'm taping. And we then went over and ate fried chicken at Ezel's Famous Chicken. I had chicken strips. And we then went over to the wedding that night. It was at the same place the rehearsal dinner was. It was outside a nice little ceremony. And then we had pasta for the dinner. And then on the way back to the hotel, we stopped at Taco Bell and got some. I got a quesarito. No, not a quesarito, just a quesadilla. And while we're there, we noticed that now in Texas, where I'm at, they'll ask you if you want what condiments you want, hot sauce, fire, whatever. There, you have to ask for it. And on Sunday, we got up, went over and ate breakfast at McDonald's. I had a sausage egg McMuffin. We then went and picked up my older nephew, and we went over to Tacoma, and we first went to the Tacoma Glass Blowing Studio, which is has a studio where this man does the glass blowing demonstrations, and the next to it is a store, and at the store I got a glass paperweight, which I'm still waiting for. We then went over to a hamburger stand called the Frisco Freeze, where I got myself a fish sandwich. Then after we got done at there, we went back over to Seattle and visited the Woodland Park Zoo. And then my older nephew, had a ticket to go over to meet his dad and they were his stepmother and half sisters. They were going to go see go up to the Space Needle. So we dropped him off there over at Pike's Market. And then we headed back over to my other nephew, the one who was married, back to his in-laws. And we had some grilled hamburgers. It was the first time I think I had grilled hamburgers since my grandfather was still alive. We used to cook them all the time. Barbecue hamburgers, hot dogs, whatever on the grill after church every once in a while. Anyway, as we were driving along, we did see the Space Needle as well as Mount Rainier. And we came home on Monday. We ate breakfast with my nephew and his new wife. We ate at a place called Poodle Dog. I had bacon, eggs, and toast. Then we left Seattle on United Airlines around 2:50 local time. And then we had about an hour-long layover in San Francisco. I got a burrito from a stand called Local Tortillas. Then we got to back to Austin late Monday, early Tuesday, and got home around a little after midnight. Then after relaxing on Tuesday, I took a day trip over to Dallas, where I went on a tour of downtown Dallas on a cruiser in a little open car. We saw all kinds of different landmarks like First Baptist Church of Dallas, the old Dallas Morning News building, the Pegasus, which used to be one of the buildings down on ground level now, and the Dallas Art Museum, a whole bunch of other landmarks. Before I got on that, I parked over by the Texas School Book Depository and walked around Dealey Plaza, which of course is the assassination of President Kennedy. And I took some pictures of it, and there were some conspiracy theorists there as well. And then after all that, I went and ate at Del Phoenix Restaurant in downtown Dallas. I had a spicy brisket enchiladas. Okay, here's an OMG fact for you. When an egg floats in water, it has gone bad and shouldn't be eaten. That's good advice. Here's today's scripture from John 14:19. It says, "Yet a little while, and the world seeth me no more. But ye see me, because I live, ye shall live also." Oh, and found out in the Spreaker statistics area that I have listeners all around. I didn't know that I did. I have Florida, Brazil, Russia, and Ukraine. Anyway, thank you for listening. The Chris Carlisle Show is presented by Chris Carlisle Podcast and is recorded and hosted by Chris Carlisle and is recorded courtesy of the Spreaker Studio app. Leave a like rating. You can hear it on Spreaker, Google Podcasts, iHeart, and many others. Hi, I'm Chris, and thank you for listening to my podcast, The Chris Carlisle Show. The Chris Carlisle Show is available on Spreaker. Please leave a like and a review, and also a follow. It's also available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Podchaser, and Podcast Addict. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.